Hi guys, welcome back to Gini's Garden Shenanigans. I'm here today with my amazing brother Rick, and we are going to geek out about gardening with him in his beautiful garden oasis. Okay, so I know that it wasn't like this when you started, so tell us about how you got to this point.
Well, that's true. When I bought it, it was a dirt backyard.
Oh, wow.
And I got a landscaper, a local guy, to help me kind of design this. It was a design concept to have the walkways, hot tub, eventually the pergola and the raised garden. But the barn was here, so I just basically made it part of the design.
Yeah.
And then we did all the flagstone, and I wanted to keep this as a little tree grove over in this area with a greenhouse for winter storage of the plants. And so it's become a nice little project. It's an ongoing project. I keep adding little things. I think I'm done, but I'm never done, you know. So basically what we were challenged with out here, or I was challenged with, was, I call it a couple of global issues. One is the deer. The deer love to eat vegetation that's soft and sweet. And the other is the weather, the challenges of freezing out here. We get more extremes, as everybody knows, with global warming than we used to get before. And so we've gotten more freezes, in my experience out here in the last 6 years that I've been here, than was forecasted and that I anticipated when I did my original plant scheme for Zone 7. And so what happened is I had we had Uri, I think 2.5 years ago. It's a named storm, it was horrible. We were below 10 degrees for a sustained period, like 36 hours, I recall, and was protecting pipes and everything. Well, I lost virtually everything out here except for the hollies, which are rated for a northern zone. So the hollies were fine. I lost everything around the tanks for screening back here, and I replaced those with waxleaf ligustrums, which are rated for the next zone up. So I basically stepped a tier up in zoning in my planning for phase 2 of my replants after the freeze. But an ongoing scenario, even prior to Uri and then through that process, was dealing with the deer. They get here in the backyard and they love all the tenders. Initially I was tropically oriented, so I had hibiscus out here and I had knockout roses out here, and I would come out here and they would eat, you know, in the morning, and they would eat them. Deer don't kill a plant, they just eat down to the base.
It's very important to be deer resistant out here.
Yeah, the two-pronged issue, yeah.
So, I mean, it just goes to show you guys, you know, even when you are planting within your zone, you might need to take a look at, you know, is that really practical for what's going on in the climate currently? You know, here in South Texas, we've had 2 pretty serious winters where we normally would never get down, you know, to freezing or below for any sustained period of time. And so, as you can see, it's been a real learning process for him. Certainly for me as well. You guys saw in a previous episode that we put in a cutting garden. My entire cutting garden froze. I've put in tons of cutting gardens, never had that happen. So, you know, though you're planting inside your zone, you know, you may need to adjust up or down depending on what you find is practically happening in your garden. So thanks so much for joining us for this segment. Here in a second, in our next segment, we're going to show you guys what Rick constructed to keep the deer out of his garden, because he has a great garden twice a year. He has a beautiful herb garden and vegetable garden that he grows, but he has built quite the structure to keep the critters out of that garden. So we'll see that here in the next segment. So please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.